On April 22nd, 2017, artisans from around the world, vendors, wet shavers, all came together for what is now known as an institution called Big Shave West. So Big Shave 1 was a lot of unknowns and nervousness and, unfamiliar territory. There hadn't really been an event like that before. Big Shave 2 was exciting because it's like, okay, what's going to happen now? And the antes were raised. I'd say the third Big Shave West felt a lot like a homecoming almost, like a reunion more than anything, where everyone kind of has met in some way, and there were new people, but they almost just felt part of everything. I think there's a really great, palpable enthusiasm and spirit that the participants have almost walking into it because they're excited to be there for the first time. I know when I pulled up, just even in the van, as I rolled up with Jeff, I was literally like a giddy schoolgirl just to walk into the building because I even said out loud, I was like, I can't wait to see everyone. I can't wait to see everyone. I think there's that level of kind of anticipation now. I think this third time around, Big Shave West kind of has shown itself to be now the new standard template for a wet shaving meetup. A lot of times local shaving meetups are something just like at a bar, a restaurant, and it facilitates getting together, maybe trading things or just saying hi, meeting people, and that's definitely a component of Big Shave West. But I think all of the artisans that turn out, the vendors that turn out, the level of participation from the entire community, big and small, is what makes it the Big Shave West and not just another meetup. Well, I always like new, novel, and different, so I think my favorite part about Big Shave West this year was the Big Shave Best. I know we did sponsor it, so I'm maybe a little bit biased, but I thought it was fitting that finally, it only took 3 times, we actually had shaving at the Big Shave West, and not just from a professional barber, because it's about shaving yourself, and it's about using these great products at home. Big Shave Best consisted of 3 competitions, 5 contestants for each. First one was lather building, to build a big Santa Claus lather right on your face. Second one was strop racing, see how many laps you could get done in a certain amount of time. And the third was a speed shave, so you had 3 minutes to perform an entire shave, and you had to get the closest shave without any weepers. The winners from each of these kind of pre-games went on to a trivia round, and the winner of that trivia round got the Big Shave Best title belt that looked like a giant wrestling belt that we made here in-house. Well, there's only one prize that is fitting for the Big Shave West. We thought you have to get something big, and it has to be something that's the best thing you can give, and there's nothing better than a wrestling belt. I mean, a wrestling belt basically tells the rest of the world, I won. And I'm really happy that the winner, Ken, who was such a good sport. I mean, he actually did a video that I watched last night talking about how he was kind of pulled in, off as a pinch hitter, more or less, pulled in from the benches to kind of participate because we needed an extra person, and ended up taking the whole thing.
All of a sudden, Gail Wells of Edwin Jagger goes, "Oh, Ken, you'll do it. Come on, come with me," and takes me by the arm, and I go, "What?" "They need someone for the speed shaving contest," and I went, "Oh crap!" And I mean, you mean the bloodletting contest? And
I think the biggest draw of the Big Shave West is that you're going to have everyone in one room, one building, more or less. I think that you can meet up with local wet shavers in your own community, and maybe you happen to have an artisan or a manufacturer that happens to be in that town. But it's pretty rare when you have not only everyday shavers, you have people that maybe are more involved with YouTube and are wet tubers. You have people that make things by hand, artisans, and you even have manufacturers who make things, globally, all converging together for the love of our craft, our love of our hobby of wet shaving. It would take you weeks, if not months, to get in your car or travel by plane all across the country, sometimes even across the world, London or Australia, whatever, to visit with these people, smell or feel or experience their products, whatever they are. So I think that's the most unique thing, is that Big Shave West kind of brings it right to your doorstep, more or less. Even if you aren't in the California area or southwest of the US area, it's still worth that one trip, because it's kind of like the best bang for your buck. I think it's also really important to note that Big Shave West as a institution has been the brainchild of a lot of talented people, including Damon Stithatos and also Douglas Smythe, Ryan Stephen Green. Without these guys involved and covering all the details and planning, and I know it takes weeks and weeks to put on events, something like this wouldn't be possible. So big shout out to these guys for caring so much about the community and taking the charge of making it happen. Big Shave West is usually a outlet for something big to happen. Big announcements, big moments, human connections to be formed. This year we had everything from new products being announced, there's new razors on the market. We launched the Rex Ambassador, new soaps being released, people showing off what they're up to. But then you have things like people proposing and getting engaged up for everyone to see. So I think it's always going to be something that's big and exciting. And where else is that going to happen? You couldn't ask for anything more. That's why it's called the Big Shave West.